Welcome to CityWise. I'm your host, Tiana Stevens. CityWise is produced by the City of Rochester to shine a spotlight on city living at its best. Well, if you can learn it, chances are there's a class for that at the Rochester Brainery. The Brainery opened just a few years ago at Village Gate. It's a great place to make community connections while learning a new skill and having fun. Danielle Ramo is the co-founder of the Brainery, and she joins us today with more. Hi, Danielle.
Hi.
How did the idea for the Rochester Brainery come about?
Sure. There's a similar business in Brooklyn, New York, and when I was living down there, I had the opportunity to work with them on a couple of classes with the job that I had down there. They taught some classes at this facility, and they went over so well. They were so much fun, and I was looking to move back to Rochester at the time, and thought it would be a really great kind of concept to have here in Rochester as well.
So what exactly happens at the Brainery?
So we have all different single session classes. They're on a wide variety of topics. So last night, for example, we had a class on fencing, we had a class on makeup, we had a class on Google Analytics. So we have a lot of different stuff going on even in the same evening. And they're all between $15 and $30 as well. So we try and keep it fun, affordable, and accessible, we say.
How do you decide what kind of classes to offer, and where do you get the teachers?
Sure. So sometimes we get recommendations from students. We regularly ask what people want to learn about. Lots of times teachers will contact us. We have an application on our website people can fill out to teach a class. So we get a lot of suggestions from community members who would consider themselves a master on something, or community members who have had their friends say, you should teach a class on that at the Brainery, and then they get in touch with us. And then sometimes I just, come across someone on Instagram or Twitter talking about something really interesting, and I'll message them and see if they're interested.
Do you ever offer the same class twice?
We do. We have some classes we offer every single month because they're very popular. And then some of our classes we offer, every other month, every couple months, that kind of thing, just based on teacher availability and popularity.
What are some of the more popular classes?
Yeah, so our vegan cheese class we do with the Red Fern, and that happens every single month. Same thing with the Red Fern is a class on kombucha, making kombucha. We run that almost every single month as well. Shibori dye workshop, our watercolor class, those are classes we run almost every month.
So businesses can be involved as well, and send someone to teach a class.
Yeah, businesses or individuals. We don't want anyone to feel like they're being sold to during class, so the more business aspect of it stays in the background, and it's just informational. But absolutely, anyone who would consider themselves a master on something, we would invite them to teach.
Do you have a favorite or a most unique class that you've seen there? Yeah,
so one of my favorites is the Shibori dye workshop, only because it's a dyeing technique that's fairly simple. It's very messy, but it's something that if you were to buy something that was Shibori in the store, it's very expensive, but it's something that you can easily do at home. And it's also something that if you're a beginner, it can come out looking incredibly amazing. You don't, it doesn't necessarily take a lot of practice to do.
Sure. So anyone can take classes. There's no prerequisites.
No, and we actually don't really have any age requirements. Very few of our classes have age limits on them, but lots of times we get a lot of families that come too.
That's nice. Yeah. What's the reaction of people that maybe they didn't know about the Brainery and they take a class?
Sure. A lot of people don't know what to expect. A lot of people, when they first hear about it, they think maybe it's a tutoring service or it's for credit or something like that. But when they find out it's just single session and just for fun, a lot of people will come with a friend or, just come to meet people who are interested in the same things as them. So we've had people become really close friends just from taking classes together at the Brainery. And I love that. So, yeah.
And you said multiple classes sometimes are happening at the same time. So you have multiple classrooms there?
We do. We have 2 classrooms.
Okay.
Yes.
And is that space also available for events? What else happens at the Brainery?
Yeah, so most of our classes take place in the evenings on weeknights, sometimes on weekends, but we do a lot of bridal showers, baby showers, birthday parties on the weekends. Lots of people will incorporate our classes. Painting classes are always very popular, but any of our classes that we host throughout the month are available for private classes. And then also during the day, during the week, we do a lot of events for businesses, team building workshops, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about the Brainery Bazaar? What's that?
Yeah, that's a craft show that we do the second Saturday of every month.
Okay.
And that's really fun. We have different local vendors. Everything is handmade. And they come to the Brainery, and we just have a craft show second Saturday of every month.
Are there any other events that take place maybe outside of the space?
Yeah, we do a lot of off-site classes as well.
Okay.
For example, fencing. We don't have the mats and the equipment, so we do a class with Rochester Fencing Club that we do on-site at their business location.
How do people find out about the different class offerings at the Brainery?
The easiest way is to visit rochesterbrainery.com, but we can also be found on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Rock Brainery, or give us a call.
And if you're really loving all the classes and you want to place a membership there, how does that work?
Yeah, we do have memberships available as well. Depending on your membership level, we have an associate membership, bachelor's membership, and master's membership. The first two are for individuals. The third is actually for businesses who are looking for an opportunity to offer their employees an incentive.
Are there any limitations that you have with the space that you're in, or anything that maybe can't be taught there? How do you address those challenges?
Sure. I mean, we do most anything within reason, and we of course want to be safe and everything like that. So, you know, we have done a lot of different stuff in our space, and if we can't do it at our space, just like the fencing class, it probably wouldn't be safe to do it at the Brainery because we don't have the equipment. We'll do it off-site. And most of the businesses that we work with when it comes to fitness, things like that, we will do those off-site because they have the safety equipment that we don't have.
And what kind of staff do you have at the Brainery? Do you have interns?
Yeah, it's myself. I have one woman who works part-time as well at the Brainery, who's absolutely wonderful, named Nora. And then we also have an intern that we currently work with. Each semester we typically have an intern from a local college that comes in, and a lot of time they'll blog for us. Usually students who are interested in event management and PR.
Cool. Yeah. Are there any classes that haven't been taught that you would like to see taught, and maybe you're recruiting teachers for?
Yeah, I mean, there's always a demand for hands-on crafty type classes. We recently had someone request a spoon carving class, so I'm trying to find someone who can teach a class on that.
Classes run from about $10 to $25?
$15 to $30.
$15 to $30. Okay, and so you keep the price low so that everyone could enjoy. Can you buy gift cards for as a gift?
Absolutely, we do. We try and keep our classes as low cost as we can, and you absolutely can buy gift cards. They're available on our website, or you can stop in.
And you guys have some cool merchandise too, I saw on the website.
Yeah, we have t-shirts, we have winter hats, we recently got earrings, and then also little charms for bracelets, actually, that are the little brains. So just trying to have fun with it.
So you have a background in running your own business. You're an entrepreneur. Are there classes that you might teach, or can people find out about how to start their own business at the Brainery? Yeah,
so I actually don't teach any classes, but I, do social media marketing is kind of my main, my job aside from the Brainery. So, but I haven't actually taught any classes at the Brainery on that. But we do have lots of classes on social media marketing, for example, Google Analytics. We have a class on launching your own startup in Rochester. So we do have a lot of different business-related classes for people who are looking to start their own business. What are some of the offerings that are coming up on the calendar? Sure. So we have our shibori dye workshop is coming up. We also do a wall hanging workshop, which is a weaving class. Oh, nice. We do have a Twitter analytics class coming up, which is the first one like that. I'm very excited about that. And we're doing a kimchi making class, which we haven't done, so I'm excited about that as well. That's fun. Yeah. Finally, what are the other ways that you get the word out there about the Brainery? It looks like there's a newsletter. Yeah, we do have an email blast that we send out about once a month. Just gives everyone an update of all the classes that we have coming up. And we use social media a lot. Right. So we're always posting on that every day. Right. And what are your social media handles? Yeah, so it's at Rock Brainery, ROCBRAINERY. Okay.
Wonderful. Well, thanks so much for coming on, Danielle. The Rochester Brainery, again, it's located at 274 North Goodman at Village Gate. And for event listings and class listings, like Danielle said, check out their website, rochesterbrainery.com. You can also call them at 585-730-7034. CityWise will be right back.
Working smoke alarms save lives. Having a working smoke alarm in your home cuts your risk of dying in a fire in half. Check your smoke alarm once a month to make sure it is functioning properly, and make sure you have one on each level of your home. If possible, have one in every sleeping area. Test yours today. Fire is everyone's fight. If you need a smoke alarm, call 311 or 428-1362. The Rochester Fire Department is at your service.